Well, that's fine.
Secret nerf to Shillelagh.
Yeah, that's the secret of
No.
Alright, so previously on Khorzian Nights, Pastiche and Twig lead Chuman and Makayla through a very exciting dinner party full of thrills, chills, reflections, and sentient squeezy rugs. The stairwell was locked, and the butler that you met, this invisible voice, definitely something there, but they're invisible, you can't see them, so it just becomes a disembodied voice. The butler's shoes explained that they need the key, because someone else had locked it when they left. Noting it was in a difficult place for shoes to reach, you made your way to a glass room filled with your reflections. As confused as you were, they blocked your path until mayhem struck, and they became hostile one by one. Drastic measures were taken as Chuman turned around and threw a punch, causing a rogue Reflection Makayla to receive a massive hook to the jaw from Reflection Chuman, which sent her shattering across the ground. The rest of the reflections were soon taken care of when Pastiche returned to the scene with pain pills, making short work of all the obstacles barring their path in that room. Retrieving the key from the piano and traversing north to a conference room, the party was beset upon by an incredible red dragon who enjoys charades, introducing himself as Bard's Lamuel, and the party informing that they are the dinner guest, the two butlers, each a master of their own floor of the Monaco estate. It was decided that the obvious and best course of action was to wrangle the assistance of the third butler, Midge. Meanwhile, Xalia opted to stay with Merchant King Alma Sonoma and study, learning anything she could about Khorzaire and seeing what Zozo Academy had to offer. Thus, as the intrepid four climbed the staircase a few steps behind the boisterous cat-sized dragon and see a long, carpeted corridor before them with a T intersection ahead and a door to the straight left, all illuminated by flickering sconces, and Chuman's wildfire spirit dripping ephemeral magma. Before we find out what transpires here, Xalia. In the safety of the Academy, in Alma Sonoma's tutelage, you've been hitting the books, hard at work. What would you like to do? If you're muted, you're muted.
I was in fact muted. Like in general?
Yeah. What would you like to research? What would you like to talk to Alma Sonoma about? Trey Ka's still here. You can do whatever you want.
You go start showing off Soot Whisper.
Okay. So you take out this obsidian dagger, start flipping it around. Shreka seems to take some notice. And also, you notice that Soot Whisper is a little strange. It has an added effect to it. It seems to be smoking just a little bit. Like there's these soft wisps coming off of it, almost imperceptibly, but since it's your tool, you notice it easily and readily.
Sorry, say that again? I was phased.
Since it's your tool, you notice something different about the dagger right away. There's these soft little smoky wisps coming off of the blade as you're flipping it around. Stray Ka seems to be interested in your implement. The raven is hopping about from book to book.
He's gonna try to like grab one of the wisps.
Okay, it just like smoke, it disappears, and it's not something you can grab. Transient and ephemeral.
she's gonna head tilt and trying to wave it around a little bit. Like, just get the kinks out of it sort of deal.
Oh, okay. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Incredibly good at these.
Sheesh, yeah, you are 23. After you wave it around a little bit, it stops. The little bits, so they dissipate and they are gone. Indeed, it seems like you got the kinks out of it.
Anyway, Shirka seems interested, so she'll just kind of walk up to Shirka.
Okay.
Spin it around a little bit, different angles.
Shreka watches for a moment. That seems to be a fancy knife.
Thumbs up.
Do you want to see my knife?
He will nod.
She pulls out, just shing, with audible sharpness and just like a quickness, this very large knife. It's smaller than a sword, but larger than a knife. Something in between a machete and a kukri. It's got like a little sawtooth blade at the closer to the tip that stops about halfway. It is it's very polished and looks well taken care of.
Xalia will lightly play swords with it, just tap it.
This is a knife. Make a performance check.
Okay.
Alright. You succeed in coaxing Shreka to play swords a little bit. Just ching 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 ching. She just flicks her wrist again. It just goes along for a few minutes before she loses interest and nods. Fancy thing you got there.
They will nod.
Let's see, Shreka probably about this time. She's going to. She checks herself, like pats herself down, and then looks at you, and then looks over to Alma. Alma, I'm gonna go prepare the rooms for everybody. It's getting to be about that time. And the bird just chirps, yes, go ahead. And Shreka nods to you. Excuse me, Xalia.
Xalia will wave her away. She will hold the knife, but wave her fingers. Like the knife is staying, the Whisper is staying solid, but the fingers are doing a waving motion.
Make sure you don't poke the Merchant King's eye out with that. And Shreka exits in a puff of smoke.
Xalia minor illusions. The knife just kind of squishy toying off. Almost in his eye. She will return to Alma Sonoma and try to see what he's doing.
He appears to be laying out a study guide. You peer over his beak, and it looks like just an actual study guide. He's got a primer of things to look, things to recommend to you, and looks like there's like the makings of a syllabus of material and curriculum that is going to be recommended to you, and he has just written the dreaded line, independent study. It appears to be assigning you homework already.
Xalia just kind of attempts to see what the homework entails, I guess. Get a head start on it.
Okay. Let's see. As you're watching him write, just it The independent study revolves around Khorzaire lore, and it seems rather topical, actually. Given where you're from, it looks like Almost Noma has decided to assign you the task of researching the Ember Blade and the Ember Knight and the legend therein.
Okay. You will minor illusion the actual, like the Ember Blade, and just kind of rotate it in front of her.
Oh, yes, I've been writing down this guide for you. It's not really homework, but it's an assignment, you see. We're heading to the Chaperone area tomorrow, and I'll have you know that there is information on just this topic. Let's have a look when we get there, eh?
Say a little thumbs up, and continue rotating the Ember Blade.
Now, I notice that one of your companions has a blade not unlike that. Have you ever picked it up, Xalia?
Just shake your head.
Alright. Noted. I thought if you might have some preliminary information to glean.
Xalia will, like, shrug and then minor illusion of stick figure, grabbing the blade and then getting angry eyes and just going, like, running around swinging the sword. It's entirely stick figured.
My word. They turn into emaciated husks and start running with red eyes. I shall write that down and add it to the research.
True. Xalia will just kind of, like, she'll snap her fingers and the illusion will, like, get a little bit thicker, a little bit more realistic, but still mostly stick figured.
Yes, I see. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
No.
As you continue studying with the Merchant King, the guardian of knowledge, blessed by Ayun herself. Let's see. You can add 2 spells from the Zozo Academy curriculum to your spellbook immediately. That is the, of course, posted list.
Yep.
And then the party now has access to all of those spells to learn or acquire in scroll or wand form.
So I'm gonna take Time Ravage. Can I cast that now? That was a joke.
Because that's a 9th level spell. Like, you see some of these spells are a little bit beyond your circle of learning.
What if? What if?
But what if?
And some of the arcane glyphs and sigils making them up, it's hard to make sense of them and how they interact quite. Noticing a bit of your perplexion and your gravitation towards this high circle, or sorry, far out circle of magic. Alma mentions, this is rather complicated, but anyone can learn as long as your mind yearns for it. But Even the simplest of activities is a complex arcane web. This is the reason it's called the weave, you see. And this one takes a little bit more untangling to get to.
I'm tanking gravity sinkhole.
Full confidence I have in you, Xalia. To use these powers for good and for the search of knowledge.
Surely, absolutely nothing will go wrong with Xalia with this information.
I didn't start immediately laughing upon hearing that, no. Also, movable object sounds really funny.
As things wind down, and you burn the midnight oil, studying with Merchant King, the other group, you see Alma cast a spell. He's like scratches the air with a couple like sigils and glyphs, and he says, "Excuse me, just a moment. I will contact the other group and let them know that they have a place to end up in the night." One moment. And Xalia, he casts a spell and then speaks aloud. The other group hears it. Also, the music changes. Apparently, Alma Sonoma's magic has music accompaniment.
Oh shit.
So, let's see. One of you roll me a 1d4.
Who's feeling lucky?
Level 1d4.
Do it.
Alright.
Nice.
Makayla, in your head, you hear the familiar voice of Alma Sonoma, the Merchant King of Durless, Guardian of Realms.
Do I hear this music as well?
Yes.
Sick.
Xalia and I had a fun study session. I'll not have you at an inn. Shreka has prepared dormitories for you. Good night, sweet dreams.
Can I respond?
You feel like you can.
Okay. I guess Makayla would respond with much appreciated. We are rather caught up in something at the moment. Might be a while before we can get back, but appreciate
Cuts
the...
off there.
Oh. Hello?
You just hear like brrrr.
How many words was that? I didn't think that was too many. I guess we're still like walking up steps right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would just like ask if anyone else in the group just had that message from the Merchant King.
Are you feeling alright, Makayla?
I believe it was some sort of messaging spell. We have apparently Shrika is preparing rooms for us back at the academy. So when this looks around over and we're out of here, we'll have a place to stay, which is nice.
Be a worthwhile
Provided
sleep.
we do get out of here tonight.
I don't see how we wouldn't.
I could see a couple of ways. Looks at large rug that tried to like smother us.
As long as shoes here keeps him contained, then I don't believe we have to worry about it as much.
Shoes still like wriggling in your grasp. Put me down.
Alright.
If I could roll a number I haven't already rolled. There we go. Ignore all that.
Will do.
Suspicious.
Alright. As you climb the steps, Pastiche, Twig, Chuman, Makayla, you ascend the second floor. Bartholomew proudly declares, "Here we are! Watch your steps, sirs and madam. Yes, of course, right this way." And the mini dragon pads down the lacquered wood hallway. On your right are sources of illumination. On your left are a couple closed doors. The carpet ahead is clean and straightened. What would you like to do?
I suppose we should just follow, right? Must.
Pastiche is going to slow their pace and intentionally make a little distance between themselves and Bartholomew. And start rattling doorknobs on the way down the hall.
Okay.
I guess not. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sure. What's June?
Chuman is just kind of walking behind while he's holding shoes and then looking at like each door or wall, kind of like taking in the area.
Okay. Let's see. Pastiche, as you are walking down, following this cat-sized little red dragon, and you're checking doors on your left, just give me a
Rattling the doorknobs, kind of listening for any reaction on the other side.
give me a you're trying not to get Bartholomew's attention?
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand. Okay. Let's see here. Alright. Let's see here. So, as you are passing the first door, it does not resist, and like you're able to fully turn the doorknob. You can open it if you like.
Yeah, let's peek inside.
You open the door, and inside is a long table with chairs all around. A couple like potted plants in here. Make a perception check. Oh, and Chuman also give me a perception check. Let's see, a 16? Yeah, that's enough. You notice on the far northwestern corner, a little tiny bluish crystal, similar to the one that you saw in the reflection room. But other than that, not really much going on here. There's a candelabra on top of the table, lighting the room. But it looks just like a quiet sitting room where someone might take people that are visiting to discuss private matters. Chuman. Let's see here. Let's see here. You see there's a desk. There's a small table, a small hall table, with a single thin, tall, sandstone vase. Aside from the other things in this.
Am I passing by it, or is it like up ahead?
You're coming up on it. It's past the second door. that Pastiche has just jiggled the jiggled the knob of. Pastiche, this door resists you.
Okay. They'll stop briefly at the second door, just kind of listen for anything on the other side. Also, make a note to close the door that they just opened.
Oh, did I open the door, or did you close it?
I closed it.
Okay. What a delightful manner. Okay, yeah, you just hang out. It's a door. It's locked.
In the midst of that, Chuman is gonna talk to Shoes as this one of his prized possessions here.
Make a persuasion check. Choose is unhappy. That's good enough. You hear like a huff, and you feel Shoes cross his arms, just dangling in your grasp. This like pudgy little like squish thing in your hand. Yeah. It does something special. I forget. No wait, no. You can put sand. So there's a lot of sand in Khorzaire, right? You can put sand in it, and then when you pour it out, it's not sand anymore.
Does he have multiple artifacts like these?
I mean, Master Monica's always collecting some stuff. He's an art dealer. Deals in art.
You're right. But how crazy have you seen, I guess, some of his art or artifacts?
Make a persuasion check. Oh man, the things he's got. I could go on for, oh look, Bartholomeo's turning the corner, you better not get left behind.
I suppose not. Though you could be the lead. After all, you're getting a ride.
Put me down!
Free ride at that.
Put me down!
And then Chuman just catches up to Makayla.
Struggles in your grasp a little bit.
Yeah, Chuman just has his arm kind of like, it's not fully stretched out, but you could definitely just see him holding something out ahead of him.
You can feel the creature that you're holding like kind of contort their body, and you can feel like feet pushing against your fist, trying to extricate themselves. Go ahead and they're gonna try to get out of here. Go ahead and roll me athletics. Oh my god.
Poor Shoes.
Poor Shoes.
Yeah, he doesn't get out of there.
Chuman just looks at his hand. I don't see why you get so upset.
How?
It's not often you have a free ride.
I'm being repressed.
If that was the case, you wouldn't be able to talk, would you?
Come see the violence.
Oh, there's much worse things than being held by Chuman.
It's true.
Of course. Yeah, as he just keeps walking, you just hear it. Have you ever heard of a soot whisper?
Let's see here. So as the party rounds the corner, minus Twig and Pastiche, I suppose. Pastiche, you are hanging back as you are being left behind.
As the party starts around the corner, Pastiche is going to put an ear against the door and knock lightly.
Let's see. You knock lightly?
Yeah.
Okay. Putting a little ear action against the door. make a perception check.
You got it.
You hear a growl. Like a feral, animalistic growl.
Alright, we'll move along from that one.
And then, but also, like, kind of mixed in, there's like a... There's like a quizzical noise. Like it like goes up in inflection. So that you hear two sounds.
Okay. Pastiche is gonna kind of hurry down the hall, catch up with the rest of the group.
Okey-dokey. Let's see here. So as you round the corner, let's see here. So as you round the corner, more carpet. You follow your hosts. There is, of course, more hallway. At the end of the hallway, to the south, is a painting of a stalking tiger. Even from this distance, the various oranges and blacks are so bright and attention-grabbing, it looks ready to leap off the canvas. There's a door at the end of the hallway, too, on the right. To your immediate left, in a decorative alcove, is a large painting that simply demands your attention. About 5 feet by 3 feet. Kind of where Bard's Lamiel is. He's passing it about 5 feet by 3 feet. It's surrounded in like a golden flourish frame. It depicts a floating landscape. The floating islands dot the sky. They're each with crumbling structures around a central castle foundation that's held aloft with gently pulsing dragon shards. From the court of this castle pours a waterfall, endlessly flowing. The colors are lush and popping. The waterfall is genuinely moving in the painting. The sand and the foliage move gently in an unseen wind. Below this incredible piece is a fruit bowl with a single banana in it, and directly next to that is another fruit bowl containing more citrus fruits. Let's see. Yep.
So, where exactly is our gracious host currently?
Yes, Midge. Last we left him, he was doing a bit of light reading in the library. Simply the best way to avoid mishaps getting to the library is going around the corner here. Yes, of course. And then right this way, we cross the next room, and then we will be on top of the library. Yes. And then we can head downstairs and locate Midge, and then he can take us right up. We're following down this hallway to the right. He's resting after a hard day of work. Or at least that's what he said. He's always slacking off.
This mansion is truly built like a maze.
Yes, Sir did decide to end up this way after many years of unscrupulous individuals entering without permission. We figured this, and among many other measures, were the best way to prevent that from happening, for their safety, of course.
Their safety.
Oh, naturally, for the preservation of all the lovely artifacts and masterpieces that Sir collects.
I see. The rug that strangles people is for their protection?
Oh no, that was a lovely find. It was on sale in Patagon.
That's just for decoration. I see.
You might consider restraints for that rug.
Restraints, but it already has tassels.
Yes, well,
We put a
Fine
collar
enough,
on
I
it.
suppose. It could still do some damage, is all I'm saying.
Alright, so... Shoes, will you note that down? We have lovely feedback from our lovely guests. He's here grumbling.
I just shake my hand a little bit. Shoes, you heard him.
Oh, write it down, fine. I wrote it down.
Meanwhile, Pastiche is taking a quick look at this painting on the wall, seeing if they recognize any sort of signature or watermark.
Indeed. There is a signature signed by the one and only Vera on the bottom right, where it always is.
Noted.
In cursive, like loopy handwriting. Make a history check. Well, all
Sure.
4 of you make a history check.
My specialty.
My specialty.
Everybody's. Dang, I missed the 0. Fortunate.
Okay. So the 4 of you, there's something familiar about this painting that you're passing. Twig and Makayla, you recall that, hey, wait a minute, this was the painting at the auction. That was purchased by, of course, Nized Monaco and carted off. That Pastiche seemed interested in.
If Pastiche turns around, they're gonna see Twig doing like the waggly eyebrows at them.
On noticing this, Pastiche is just going to tap a claw on the painting twice.
Where you tap on the waterfall, it ripples.
And they'll carry on.
Kayla like gives you a look of like, this is the one, right?
Pastiche will just nod.
Okay.
Yeah, meanwhile, Chuman is just walking behind. He's just talking to Shoes and asking him about the artifacts he's passing through.
Yeah. Let's see. As you're chatting up your hosts, Bard Samuel suddenly becomes serious. He kind of takes a leaned back position as if he's tiptoeing forward. He says, "Steady. Don't look it in the eyes. They hate that."
What?
In the eyes.
Careful, steady, hold. Our focus is on the door.
Pastiche, from a distance, is going to try to scan the tiger painting and see if they can find a signature on that one.
Careful. Make a perception check.
Uh-huh. There it is.
Yeah, at the meantime, Chuman just mentions or kind of like whispers to Shoes, what is he talking about?
Careful.
Which door?
I'm almost at the door. We can enter soon. As you inch closer, Pastiche, you scan the tiger painting. You go over the contort, not contort, the gait of the tiger. Admire it for a moment as it slowly stalks forward. The tiger pounces out of the painting and crouches down as you spy the signature of one Vera in little loopy black letters. And bad news. As the tiger leaps out of the painting, crouches down.
What's a big tiger?
It is a big tiger. Where is the... There it is. I need everybody to roll initiative, because there's a tiger here now. Where did I put you? Oh, there he is. Alright, begin. So,
think Shoes is private.
he is. He is a very private person. Barzamiel and Shoes suddenly start shrieking and turn. Ah! It's after us! Shoes like wiggling, like struggling in your grasp. He's gonna try to break your hold again.
Cuban's holding pretty tight.
I don't know. We got a 13 this time. Well,
Holding tight.
Shoes is struggling, shrieking, just yelling, "Ah, it's after us!" And then Barzamiel goes, "I didn't look at it. Shoes, did you look at it? It wasn't me. It had to be you. I'm invisible. You don't even know where I'm looking." The dragon motions to run past you all. "Oh, we'll soon find out when you're eaten by a paper tiger." And with hands flailing above his head, the dragon is running past the group. Chuman, you currently hold a creature in your hand, but your other hand is free. What would you like to do? There is an actual tiger going to eat you. Or one of you.
Well, I guess that's what perception check. Because you said at first it was ink tiger, or is it an actual tiger?
It is a tiger has leapt from the painting. Roll me a perception real quick, yeah. It is definitely a tiger. Like its form is that of a beast. It is definitely made out of not tiger material, like where it would have just muscle and sinew and all that kind of stuff. It's notably made out of paper.
Okay.
But it snarls and its fangs look sharp. It's got ink swarbling over its stripy body. Ferocious eyes. It's gonna murder somebody.
Okay. I do have a second question. The Wildfire Spirit has not gone away, right?
No, the
'Cause it
Wildfire
should've been-
Spirit. You have that for an hour. Let me bring Simone up.
Make sure
Here
he
you
got lost a little.
Yeah. Tiger roars. Oh, I guess this is Chuman and Pastiche because group initiative. Pastiche, you notice this tiger looking at you.
As Chuman is considering, Pastiche takes a few steps back, snaps some fingers together, and a small mote of fire whizzes past Chuman's head.
Okay, roll for do an attack roll.
Cool.
Completely misses. In fact, you start burning the painting
Uh-huh.
behind it. Just the painting goes up in flames. Just it ignites immediately, starts flaring up. It
That's probably
crashes
good.
down to the floor on the on the desk below it. A plant in a vase cracks and goes off to the side. The table beneath the painting starts catching fire.
Oh. As that happens, Chuman is gonna
Things are really
reach
scary.
the back. He's gonna reach to the side of him and he pulls out the whip sword
Oh, snap.
and he's gonna swing
Oh fuck.
at the tiger. 3 times.
Why did you get this?
Sure.
5, 18.
All of those hit.
And oh, wait.
One of those has an extra D8, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, cool story. As you...
So
the
as
end of the
Juice,
as the
Go
end of
ahead.
the hallway like flares up and ignites from a firebolt that whizzes past you, you raise your whip sword like a tamer's whip, and then cleave the tiger in twain, just instantly. It comes apart like paper in bad origami. It is no more. Instead, there's a different problem.
No.
yeah.
I'm loading up the different problem. Hold on.
Oh.
No, not token art. Let's see here. Tiles. Fire. The end of the hallway is on fire.
That's not good.
Makayla and Twig! What would you like to do?
I was gonna say I still have my bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chuman, you still have the rest of your action as well.
I'm gonna command a
Dragon
wildfire
and Shoes are now
spirit.
like shrieking in utter fear. It's on fire!
As Chuman just hears the dragon just like whizzes by, he's just gonna command the wildfire spirit to try and, I guess, absorb the fire that's been made up front.
Can it do that?
He's just trying. He doesn't know.
Let's see here. Okay, you command the wildfire spirit to whiz up there and attempt to absorb the fire. Make a... give me a nature check. Okay, so the wildfire spirit, burning, dripping magma and lava, convection currents be darned. The carpet's now on fire.
It's not the direction I want to move.
Bard's Lemuel is shrieking and patting back.
Well.
Help! Water!
Do you have any water? Some sort of?
I have my water skin. I don't know if that would
I
cut
don't
it.
think that would be enough. That's a bit of fire. Don't have any water buckets around here? Bartholomew?
Yes. What do you normally do when a fire breaks out?
Run and scream!
Oh,
Typically!
Oh,
looks back. Sees like the painting with the waterfall, right?
Yeah.
Could we? Do you think we could use that?
Ah!
Looks to Pastiche and Drake and Chuman. If the tiger came out of it, the water might as well, right? Similar magic?
Certainly worth a shot.
Like go over. It was like over here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so
As, like-
there's the waterfall painting,
yeah.
and then on a table below it, there's a fruit bowl with a single banana, and then a fruit bowl with citrus juice or citrus fruits.
I see. Take. I assume it's like framed and like on the wall.
Yes.
I sort of just like pick it up and or I like try and like take it off the wall, kind of awkwardly hold it. Like, do you know how this magic works? Looks to Pastiche. Can we get that out of here? And then like kind of maybe if we take it out of the pain.
No, don't
I
throw
could-
that in the fire! Bard Samuel yells, Sir paid quite a sum for that at an auction in Tenuto!
Well, I could tinker with it, but I don't exactly know how it works, and I'd rather not damage it.
I see.
The fire rages up.
Well.
Pastiche starts rummaging through their bag. Pulls out a blade. I found this some time back.
A long time ago.
Oh.
They'll like pull it out, point it towards the fire. Haven't exactly used it before, but
Do you know how to use it?
they'll take a few steps towards the fire. Just start waving the wave cutter around.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
The fire.
How's a 21?
A 21 is greater than 20. It's also greater than 10. It's also less than 22. It is enough to put the fire out. As you wave the wave cutter around and trying to use this magical item that you picked up and then never touched again for at least a month. You managed to flick it in such a manner and quickly link up with the water crystal that is slightly cracked and spew forth briny salt water ahead of you and disperse the fire. There is a drenched serpent ahead of you with a the painting is destroyed. The little desk has a couple drawers fallen out of it. Everything's burnt, charred. Wildfire twists in the air. It appears to wring itself out and then flares up again. Wildfire spirit is once again on fire and dripping lava. It just looks at you, nonchalant.
Well, simple enough. Is everyone alright?
I think so.
Still have most of my feathers.
Mm-hmm. Puts the painting down, not back on the wall, but just like sort of down, leaning against things.
Dragon tugs on your coat. Madam, please put that back.
I'm sorry. grabbed it in panic. I'll just put it down for now, and you can get back to it later.
Oh.
My apologies. Just kind of like leans it against the wall.
The rudeness of these guest shoes. Come in, start setting fires, taking art pieces and rearranging the decoration. Why, the feng shui is all wrong now.
I wouldn't be able to put it back exactly the same way as it was on before. It would take that level of precision. Only, a true decorator could achieve such a feat.
And besides, I believe it was your bodyguard that started the flame.
Make a deception check. The dragon huffs and puffs and blows past Pastiche. Whatever, let's find Midge before you create your own mishaps. This way. Are we all in attendance? This way, yes. Come on, no stragglers. You hear a door slam. You hear a door slam behind you. That is.
Oh.
What was someone else here?
The dragon is like in the middle of opening opening the door, not twisting it with his mouth. Huh?
Did you not hear that?
No, I was busy getting us the way forward so we can get Midge and then go directly upstairs. Yes.
It sounded like there was someone else here. The only... Are there other servants besides you, Shoes, and Midge?
No. Sir could only ever have need of the three of us.
Are there other guests here?
Well, I would say she's not a guest anymore. Visitor, perhaps, but but she never leaves. We've taken to calling her the everlasting visitor. Oh, come, this way.
What? Kind of looks to y'all like that's kind of weird.
Pastiche sort of mumbles under their breath. Is she on this floor then?
Do you know her?
I might.
Is she why you're here?
Pastiche will look both ways down the hall. Chuman, could you carry on with Shoes?
Yes, of course. Come on, Shoes.
Makayla makes like a big show as you're like walking away of like, oh, we should. Actually, now I feel so bad. We should put this painting back on the wall. Pastiche, will you help me?
Yes, of course.
We'll just take a minute. We'll be right with you. Go on.
I'm gonna need a deception check.
13.
Okay. Carry on.
By the way, how angry is my wildfire spirit after being drenched?
It looks more disappointed than angry.
Pastiche is going to immediately double back down the hall and start heading towards the sound.
Makayla will try and just like make a show of putting it back up. Until I guess Chuman's like around the corner, like through the door with shoes.
He's waiting for the dragon to just move forward.
Yeah, the dragon's moving forward. It says, watch your step. This room has a lower level. It's a couple. It's a threshold. Watch your step on the threshold. We're going across this room here.
You mean the threshold to the right of us?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. We're
All
this
right.
way, sir. And then Bardzingel kind of like stretches up and puts a hand on the doorknob. Pauses for a moment, then turns around. It's only you.
Yes. The others are cleaning up after the tiger incident. So they'll be here quickly. I'm leaving my wildfire spirit in order for them to catch up.
Bardzingel suddenly looks worried and goes to sprint past you. No, that's no good. They're in danger.
Okay, I was like holding the painting like parallel, or not parallel, like against, like sideways, so like it's blocking like the hallway. So we can't like see down it right now. So she's like, moving it forward to like.
But as he's
wall.
dashing by, they've just watched you go through the hallway.
You there?
Twig,
Yes.
can you help me?
You must stay with me.
Twig is making a fuss, like, no, it was over the bowl with the banana.
Oh, but was it tilted slightly, or was
the
it
other
one
way.
side to more to the left, or she's like,
Please,
clearly kind of like holding it to like obfuscate the hallway.
Yeah. Sure. Make a
please, just give us
performance.
some words.
13.
Another 13. Okay. No. You there? I can't quite see all the three of you there.
While this is all going on, Pastiche is trying to quietly slink away toward the source of the noise.
Okay. Yeah, somewhere behind you guys. You're not quite sure. Kind of echoey. You can, like, the sound is past, so it's difficult to determine whether it is down this hallway that you turned left from, or if it was to the right.
They'd probably assume it's the one they didn't come down then.
You turn right into the hallway. There are a couple doors. Several doors, actually. There are 4. There's one at the very end of the hallway. Two immediately, and then one on the left. And to your right, more sources of illumination. In this, there are also more paintings. They're rather pretty paintings. Like there's a cavern full of crystals, glinting in some unseen, sparkling light above water. There is one of a kind of a water wheel in a dry trench next to a forge with a skull on top.
Yeah?
And there's just another little what you call it? There's a glass case on top of a table, and in it depicts, or like there's an object inside the glass case. Not quite sure because you're just quickly looking around.
As Pastiche makes their way down this hall, they're gonna turn each door's knob, not try to open the doors, but just see which ones are locked and unlocked.
Okay. 2 of them are locked, and as you get all the way down here, you notice there is another one of those weird crystals hanging on the wall. This door is locked. You hear the little pseudo dragon fussing with your companions. who has realized that Pastiche is not among you. And Bard's Language yells, "He'll be eaten by a grue! Where is he? He must come back! It's not safe!"
I believe he might have went downstairs, back down to the supply closet to get those pain pills from. He said he saw something down there that could help.
Reslamiel turns around to Chuman. "Shoes?" Meh. I'm afraid our perfect record has been blemished.
Perfect record. As I look over to my empty hand.
Yep. Sorry to say. We're not, Do you think we're just making stuff up about this mishaps?
I mean, I'm
Around
a
this
prime
point.
example.
Sorry.
Right.
Around this point, Pastiche has doubled back down the hall and is going to quickly peek inside each of the unlocked doors.
You suddenly feel
Uh-oh.
that you are not alone.
Well, that's the point, so...
Behind you, you can't be surprised. So actually, yeah, behind you, as you turn around and go to move,
Mm-hmm.
you feel the presence of something descending from above. It uncurls on long, gangly limbs. You hear just this slight, very labored breathing. And behind you is a creature with huge, bugged-out eyes, like clumped tufts of hair spiking out of its head. Its lips are arranged in a manner where its gums are revealed all the time, as it has this wide slasher smile. Its teeth are gross, and it has claws everywhere, spikes coming out of its body. As you turn around and behold this abomination, it reaches out a hand and snuffs a torch.
Nice.
I need you to roll initiative.
Dang.
Hey.
Alright.
Now is simply not the time.
Well, you go first.
Pastiche immediately is just going to jab their staff into the ground. Excuse me, their brush.
Basically a staff.
Yeah, brush.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a fluffy staff.
They'll yell out, "Not now, please." And then... Whoop. Oh, cool. They'll vanish into an inky mass, as they're known to do. Reappear at the other end of the hall.
Okay. A
Naturally, everyone else in the hall hears an incredibly loud crash. Oh,
the Gru will roll a Constitution save.
Fucking Gru.
It rolls a 2. It doesn't have Constitution. Apparently. Sure, roll damage.
Just growing along.
And a sound comes upon your ear. You're used to, like, shrieks, monster groans, grumbles,
Xalia noises.
Xalia noises. You're used to, like, grunts of exertion. You're used to, like, the odd wanderer doing, like, this little banshee wail. The sound that comes to your ear in response to this thing receiving pain is hideous.
Do we hear that too?
Yes. It's loud and reverberates through the through the hallway.
Shoes, what was that?
Grill.
Pastiche hurries down the hall. I believe we should carry on.
Oh.
Quickly now.
Everyone stay together, yes sir. Right this way.
Caleb just puts down the thing again.
Chuman is already in the room waiting for Bartholomew to open the door.
Shoes, never mind. We get to keep our perfect record of no deaths. On our watch, at least. Haha! Come now. The dragon opens the door.
What was that exactly?
What?
What was that exactly?
Makayla wanders aloud to Pastiche.
Well, to the end. And to, Shoes and
Makayla wanders
everyone.
Something we should move away from.
Okay.
Twig
Did
is-
you...
Before you continue, Makayla, Twig, as you're the last one to exit the hallway, you see this gangly batch of fingers clasp the corner as the lights in the far end of the hallways go out.
Do ensure you close the door.
Yeah, I think that would be best. Twig, closes the door maybe a little harder than necessary.
Did you... Were you able to find that thing you were looking for?
Not quite, but I have some ideas.
Okay.
Do you think maybe we'll have better luck on the way out?
I can only hope.
Is there a lock on this door?
Yes. If you it's an older style lock. If the sir pushes the button and then twists one's digit, it will lock that way.
Twig will do so.
The button depresses and stays into the doorbell. The dragon jumps on top of the banister in the next room. And you've made it to the second floor of what looks to be a library. Shelves line the walls. Let's see here. Yeah, we can hop on in here. On the threshold. The shelves line the walls, but the upstairs is not quite filled. In fact, the bookshelves seem a little more empty in the dim light than packed. There's a few potted plants. Let's see here. This light's probably not big enough. Hang on. Here you go, dim light. There's a few potted plants. There's a step ladder. There's discarded books on the ground. There's stairs that lead to a lower, dimly lit floor, and you can hear some mumbling. Looks like there's some candles lit down there. Well, Shoes from Chuman's grasp says, "Doesn't look like he's up here. It's probably downstairs."
Downstairs, you say?
Yep, in the library. Put me down.
Not a chance. So then, do we have to go back through the hallway?
Well, not sure. It would be wherever Midge decides is the best way, the direct way. You guys want the direct way, right? The direct way is the Midge way.
I mean, of course, going back the hallway means Gru. I'm sure you could tell him to
He's a friendly guy.
not do anything crazy.
Oh yeah, he's a friendly guy.
Can I do an insight just because?
Sure.
I'm like clearly looking at him, kind of like a portion of the eye squinting, like, don't believe this.
He rolls a 1! A natural 1! Okay. You can't see Shoes, but you can hear it. You can hear it in his voice. And he's like, "Get a load of these chumps."
Swell guy, huh? Jeez, you might not ever touch the ground at this rate.
Yeah, he gets a little handsy.
I just turned around. Alright, where to now?
Downstairs. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Right away, sir. This way. Let's all hold hands now. And then the dragon doesn't use the stairs. He uses the railing. He's just like going down the railing. So you all walk downstairs, taking each step at a time in the dim light, taking care not to fall because it's just candles here. It's much less bright in the library than it was pretty much elsewhere. The Wildfire spirit, I think, does give off light. Is that true?
It does.
Okay. What is it? 30, 15? I think it's a torch.
It listed.
Does it not? Let me see if I can, because it. I mean, it would certainly help you guys. So, Wildfire spirit. Spirit is
I mean,
friendly.
It's been doused at first, so I assume that either has
Oh, wow.
dim light at best.
Even though it's literal fire, it does not produce illumination. Okay. Noted.
Interesting.
Let's see here. So, back to business. You're on the first floor, so you get the first floor music. Let's see here. So you are now among the first floor again, taking steps down. This is much more packed. There are bookshelves everywhere, filling the walls. Where there is not a bookshelf, there is a crate or crates stacked on top of each other. There's chairs, sitting utensils, sitting tools, sitting platforms everywhere. Some of them are turned over. There's books everywhere, quills, parchment on the floor, stepping stools, candelabras lighting the area, paintings, of course, still everywhere. Other works of art, whether they be masterpieces of pottery, ceramic, or otherwise. Barzlamiel jumps off the banister, flaps his wings, and lands on the table in front of you, and appears to be inspecting a creature. This creature is an interesting one. Completely red, like Barzlamiel, except has has 2 wings, like Barzlamiel. They are angular, fan-shaped wings. This creature has a tail, but that's where the similarities end. The tail has what looks to be an implement reminiscent of a scorpion stinger on the end of it. The creature has a dual pair of horns, short horns, rising from its head. This little impish-looking creature is dozing on top of a pile of books. As you all gather around it, and as your chauffeur appraises the creature, Demon kicks his leg, lost in a dreamy mindscape. No, don't tell him my true name. I haven't found my binoculars yet. Barzlamiel flicks his tail agitatedly. Just mutters, Midge. 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 You can see Barzlamiel's chest rise and fall. Midge. Wake up. Yeah. Dijon mustard. Curse whoever eats the fruit.
Do you need assistance in waking this Midge up?
You can see the dragon's eyes kind of flit around, then rest on you. Don't hurt it too much.
I poke it with my staff.
Squish, squish.
Mm-hmm. Is it laying on anything?
It's laying on top of a pile of books.
I pushed off the books.
Alright. In a flutter of book noises. Or was it asleep, boss? Or was Stordian? Then it looks up at you, Makayla. Intruders!
Oh, you were very asleep.
I'll get you. I'll get you good. And it starts trying to flutter away. Let's turn on all the traps, boys. You just hear Midge. We'll get him. Oh.
Yeah, we were invited here. We're guests, actually.
The name's Andy. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Midge, the imp, flutters over to Pastiche, gets all up very close to you, kind of peers at you, grabs your chin, turns their head, flies around you. Perhaps I've heard of you. Wait, 1, 2, 3. You and you. Yeah, I know you guys. It's been some time since I saw you. Figured you've been getting an invitation. Yeah, about time. It's been some time.
Have we met before?
Sort of. I met you. You didn't meet me. You look a little different. A little burnt, some of you. A little tattered. A little scratched. You're not quite the same. Not quite the same. But you're the same. Yeah, I remember you. All of you. I remember all of you.
Are you
What is he talking
certain?
about?
We're your buddies. We're your buddies. Missing 2 of them. Did they die?
What?
That wasn't Xalia.
Yeah. But Makayla's like,
Well, one is off on their own business. The other is preoccupied for the night. She couldn't make it to dinner.
Those poor travelers.
I believe she's enjoying herself in books and study. I don't think she's wouldn't say poor. Speaking of, we haven't had anything to eat. We really would like to just, see our gracious host.
You want some fruit?
Wouldn't want to spoil our appetite.
Fine. There's another mirthful Midge. What? Midge. Fine! You only ever ask me for one thing. Sucks. I can do more things.
Well, but right now I prefer you just do your job.
I am doing my job!
Which
Researching.
one?
I'm doing at least one of my jobs.
And the other jobs? Supposed to be a guide, good sir.
Looks at... Midge looks at Bard Samuel, just suddenly looks startled for a moment. And then sighs. Rolls his eyes. Fine. I'll stop wasting time. Look, the direct way is through the small staircase. It goes all the way up. I could show you. This way, it's behind the... Wait a minute. Bard Samuel shoes? It's not here. It must have escaped while I was napping.
Escaped?
Oh.
What now?
Oh no. Oh no, it was hungry? I didn't feed it yet. Oh no! You hear a heavy sigh let out of Bard Samuel and shoes. No! Now, if it was hungry, we're all in trouble.
You 3 sure do keep a lot of dangerous, hungry things just lying around.
Mishaps. For their safety.
You sure it's for their safety or for your own safety?
And for the safety of the many masterpieces that Sir collects and deals in.
These mishaps sure seem to be having many mishaps of their own.
Well, that's why it's important that you stay with us. All right. No harm will befall you as long as we all stick together. So let us go. Midge, please. Show us the way. I never remember. Please show us the way to the small staircase right away. It's like, yeah. You ain't gotta say it 3 times. Alright. Everybody move slow. It can't get you if you move slow. I don't think that's true, Midge. Suddenly you hear crash, thump, 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 thump. And all the lights go out.
What now?
Oh no. It's terrifying. Indescribable. Imagine bright, beady yellow eyes, gnashing big, nusky, pointy teeth, a slathering, garish pink tongue, slimy drool everywhere. Makayla, you can't see him, but like, Midge flies up to you and is like spittling on your face, hungry, able to take the shape of your worst nightmare, just waiting when you're least suspecting to. You hear furniture being moved.
Can I just like grab Mitch while he's up in Makayla's face?
With the other hand.
Yeah, you can move and make a grapple check.
It's just pure strength, right?
Athletics. He is flying, so he'll try to zip out of the way. Sees you coming a mile away and folds his wings real quick and then flaps and boosts
In the
out.
dark yet? Oh wait, because I would be invisible at that point.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, let's see. Does it rely on dark vision? Does.
Cool.
Let's see.
I just have to roll another.
Yeah, roll another.
With the advantage.
I'll give you advantage on it because like there's nothing saying like can't. You rolled the same number. All right. Feels hands like closing around it, getting to grab it, and then Acrobat like folds and flips away, then starts flapping around. And it's smarter than you think it. Cut the lights!
Yeah, Chuman's gonna wait until he gets close again. He's gonna try to grab it again.
She says, what do you mean it cut the lights, Midge? It's an animal. There is more furniture noise. I do need everyone to roll initiative. You're under attack.
The curse.
Oh, mine is still using the initiative roll from the previous encounter.
Oh. Because we're back on this floor. Yeah, go ahead and reroll everybody. Where did I put shoes on this floor? There's the vulture.
I think I rolled now. It's
There he is.
set. So I think you have to reset it.
You should be able to just click the little sword and shield. Here, I'll not Xalia. I'll put you all in initiative. You should now be able to roll it.
I think we're all already in the order.
What?
Yeah.
We do it.
Hang on. Something weird's happening. Just like the room you're in, there's something weird.
Can't
happening.
believe Mitch is messing with this initiative.
I can't believe Midge is messing with the initiative. All right, try it now.
That's a mage, Midge. Come on, got one job.
I still cannot reroll.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness! But there's no.
Wait.
Oh my
Sorry,
goodness.
just let Thulius use Xalia's roll.
Sorry, you were on the wrong map the whole
Oh.
time.
I see.
All right, here we go. Sorry about that.
Dang.
Damn, Chuman.
You need to be on the right floor. I mean, even then, I still think Pastiche goes first because he can't be surprised.
I mean, not if there's no surprise around.
There's no surprise round. You can feel shifts in the room. All of the lights are out. Midge is slowly... Midge is slowly edging his way down. You can see him moving. This is group initiative. All of you are allies at this point, so Midge is going to quietly move and very slowly move. This whispers, this way.
Oh. Pastiche will try to quietly follow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, close behind Midge, just to be ready to grab him when he's not ready.
You all do not see Chuman. Okay. Let's see. Everybody roll stealth checks.
Mine with advantage in this situation.
Yours is with advantage. Because you're invisible.
Busy.
Okay. Let's see here. Alright. Midge takes another quick step and then slowly moves behind a bookshelf. Barzemia follows him. Quick! Quiet! Don't touch anything! It could be anywhere!
Can I scan a room to see if there's anything?
Yeah, make a perception check. Dang! A natural 20? Alright.
He was not having it.
You can hear this creaking rhythm of breathing. It sounds like wood creaking. You can spot a puddle of some kind of liquid a couple bookshelves down. You notice that a couple of the bookshelves appear to be arranged oddly. Like, two sets are... Like, two bookshelves, like two rows of bookshelves are closer to the next bookshelf over than what the rest of the library is arranged at. The puddle of liquid is around here. to the south. But
Is
as
that
you scan
also
around,
where
it
the-
looks like lots of books, lots of bookshelves, step ladders, tables, candelabras, chairs.
I was gonna say, is that also where the breathing is coming from?
In that direction. It's labored, hungry breathing, like. It's all but inaudible, except to your trained, your trained ears. No one else hears this.
We'll pull out a cross. Like
Okay.
he'll get right in front of the light, or I guess like the lamp that's over here next to the door.
Yeah, the turned off lamp.
Yeah, and he'll just have like an arrow ready to shoot like into the corner here,
Okay.
just in case it gets too close.
Okay, so if the corner gets too close to you, you shoot the corner.
I guess
Is that what you're saying?
I guess like if he sees a puddle that's like shows up here or something like that.
Oh, okay. So like if another puddle of liquid shows up, you fire in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see, Chuman.
Yeah, because it's like a distraction. He'll shoot it back here.
Okay, Makayla, you hear some movements in the dark ahead of you. Sounds like pump, pump, pump footsteps, and then you hear a lever mechanism. And then the rest of you, you can hear Midge's voice coaxing you towards him. What would you like to do?
Well, Pastiche is just gonna keep tiptoeing towards Midge.
Okay. Bump, bump,
Trying
bump.
to stay, near someone I can see, so
Okay.
I cannot see much.
Slowly moving through the library.
Twig will approach the others and quietly whisper, "What are we hiding from? Why can't we just turn on a lamp?"
I don't really understand either.
Bards? Midge?
You hear to your between a couple bookshelves, you hear a grating sound, just and you hear like a quick, sharp "this way."
Which way?
This way is where you hear the direction from. As you move over there in the direction of the voice, I regret to inform you, a stepladder falls over. Clang, clang, clang.
Oh.
Right next to you, Makayla.
I try and look around to see what's over there.
Okay.
Like what caused noise. I can't really see much,
You
but
can't see
I will try.
there is no light. As
Careful,
you try to
Makayla.
squint in the darkness,
Mm-hmm.
you can only make out just the vague shapes of, as your eyes accustomed to the dark, and you can just only make out vague shapes. There's a large bookcase right next to you. There's the stepladder that fell, clambered to the ground.
Careful, Makayla. Watch where you're going.
That wasn't me.
Chuman, then? Where is Chuman?
That's a good question.
Well, Chuman is quite used to this sort of darkness. Perhaps we should just move on.
Speaking of Chuman, you can see in the darkness one of the bookshelves is no longer a bookshelf. It slurps and squishes into an amorphous mass of teeth and tongue, and it slithers up on top of the bookshelf, and it turns into this amorphous mass turns into a very large, hefty tome with a this squishy pink tongue slides up its pages and turns into a bookmark with a very long tassel hanging down.
I see. I'm to assume it is here?
It is near Makayla, and she's about to accidentally run into the tassel. Since no one can see but you.
I mean, Twig and I can kind of see.
Yeah, you two can see in the dark. But yeah. no one seems to notice this. Especially Makayla.
Well, Chuman's just gonna say shoes. Get ready. Quietly. And Chuman's gonna put up the crossbow and then grab Makayla and like pull her back.
Makayla, you feel someone suddenly grab your shoulder.
What? I swing around, trying to find. Cannot see anything.
Makayla, someone arrests you and yanks you backwards.
I just whisper over to everyone. It's to your right.
Which? What? What is it? Bless up.
Shring.
Blesses up.
I'm not sure, but I'd prefer to not fight it here in the dark. It's already hard to see.
Pastiche will look to their right and see if they can't make anything out.
Make a perception check. You're benefiting from the star jar. All right, there's a big old bookshelf.
This room's got bad vibes, gotta say.
Big old bookshelf. Lots of books. There's a stepladder leading up. There's a stepladder on the ground. Looks like it clambered to the ground a little bit.
Nothing bad ever happened in a library.
Let's see. As you're looking around, you see a large tome on top of the bookshelf. It's got a huge bookmark with a big old tassel. That kind of, not really kind of, that like huge bookmark, huge rope, huge tassel that kind of dangles into the middle of the walkway. The book is on top of the bookshelf. It's leaning maybe like a corner off. Ahead of you is Midge and Bard's Lemuel. They have moved a statue. Twig, you see this. Twig and Chuman, you see this too. They have moved they've moved a statue to the side, and there is a passageway ahead behind the statue. They enter. And disappear around the corner. Come on! Quick! Who knows where it could be? It could strike at any moment.
I guess we'll go after them?
I would just move like Makayla towards Pastiche so that she can grab him.
Yes, whatever it is, it hasn't attacked us yet.
Twig will enter the passageway behind the statue.
Pastiche will be right behind them.
Yeah, I'm staying very close behind.
Alright. As you all enter the super secret passage. Chuman, what are you doing? You're the last one.
I guess he takes one last look just before, as he's heading to the passageway, just to make sure that it's not closer.
Okay.
If it is, then Chuman would actually take the crossbow and just throw it to the wall over here as he's leaving out.
Alright. As you take one last look behind you, the bookmark with a huge tassel. Each tassel gains a bright, beady yellow eye. And it kind of it slurps to the ground next to it, or in between the bookshelves. The tongue flops out of one of the pages. The rest of the book opens in teeth. As it starts toward you, hurl the crossbow. The whole thing turns around and lunges towards it.
And Chuman promptly exits out.
Alright. Midge pushes a lever and the statue closes back. Midge triumphantly dusts his claws, his clawed hands. Perfect. Nothing went wrong. Alright, well, let's go.
That's a welcome change of pace.
Speak for yourself. You didn't get to see it.
And I'd like to keep it that way. Let's go.
Well, I mean, we still have to eventually leave this place. I'm sure we'll have our chance.
Don't tip our luck.
As you all are having this conversation and moving past a couple macabre statues that are affixed to the walls as you climb these steps, Bartholomew pops out. Midge, will you remember to feed Frederick on soon, so that we don't have to encounter again? I'd hate for Shoes to end up lunch and have to figure a way out of its stomach again. Yeah.
Chuman. I was gonna say, Chuman just looks over at Shoes. Is this true?
You look at your hand. You can feel the shame in your hand.
Oh, that's right. He can't see me now.
You being invisible in the darkness is so funny.
Yeah, just carrying Shoes, who's also invisible.
Alright, so invisible Chuman carrying invisible Shoes, following Twig, Pastiche,
Oh,
and
invisible.
Makayla. Makayla hanging on to Pastiche as you tentatively or trepidatiously go up these stairs. You go upstairs. More stairs. There's stairs. The butlers are just having idle banter between themselves, making sure that they wash the dishes, prepared the paint, talking about visitors, making sure Vera's chambers are per her latest specifications, wondering what happens if you mix purple and green. Suddenly, suddenly, as you must have gone up several flights of stairs, Bard's Lamiel turns to the group. Oh, wait. No, you can't see me. We'll wait for the light. And you climb up more stairs. Who knows? But finally, unless there's some sort of something you want to do while you're going up these stairs. Tell me now.
Pastiche is probably just gonna ask a couple questions. So, Bard's that forever guest you spoke of.
Yes.
What does she do around here?
Paints.
Is that all?
Well, she eats my cooking.
I see. Why is she here exactly?
I'm afraid that's classified information.
Pastiche takes a deep breath.
I don't go to your house inquiring why the people living in your home are there.
I'm sorry, I was just curious.
Maybe I should.
Well, we were invited here, so it's a little different. It's not like we just barged in.
Where do you live? I have many questions.
It's complicated. And anyway, we've been accosted multiple times since we entered this building, so I figured, we should get something on the way to our dinner.
Make a persuasion check. Fine. I'll give you a little nugget, a little morsel to chew on. We're almost there anyway. Sure. What was your original question? What do you want to know? Take this as all three of us, our apology for letting you pass through unharmed, unscathed.
Yes, well, I was just curious how she ended up here and why she chose to stay.
Oh, well, that one's easy. The madam was here simply because Sir asked her to be. Gave her a proposition, she agreed. Yes, certainly. And there's work to be done. She's doing it.
And that's all.
Yes.
You're certain?
As far as I am aware, and I'm aware of many things that go on in this home, at least on the second floor.
I see. Highly classified information, then.
Top secret?
Well, thank you for your nugget, nonetheless.
One nugget indeed. I will say that we've had quite the time procuring all the materials for her. She seems so picky. Only the best material, only the best paint she requires. We've been all around. We even had to make a excavation in Traitosk for the best materials.
That makes sense. Only the finest materials for the finest artists.
Yes, I feel like I've been hearing that a lot lately. Oh look, we're here! And you make it to the 3rd floor of the Monaco Manse. Manse Monaco. Let's see. So, you make it to the 3rd floor. Only a little shaken from what lurks in the dark. You come up this super secret stairway, which is actually like here on the map. Instead of the roundabout stairway. A direct route indeed, as prescribed by Midge. You come up on a landing. It's a very large, looks like a U-shaped hallway. You come out. To your right is a hallway that right angles to your right. To your left is another one that banks around as well. Many doors, many rooms, and in front of you is a huge double door. Shoes says, well, there you go. Through there. That's where your dinner's waiting. It's probably cold by now.
And there's nothing else that will attack us or ambush us or impede our attempts to simply do what we were invited here to do.
You feel 3 pairs of eyes on you as all the butlers look at you, invisibly or visible or otherwise. And they all say in unison, nope.
And just to be sure, our dinner as well as our host waits inside, yes?
Yep. Midge raises a claw.
Well, alright then. Are we allowed to simply just walk in?
Oh yeah, go right ahead. Midge flies over and does a double hand gesture midair towards the door. Radzlangel situates next to him. Oh, excuse me, you'll, if it would behoove you, please untend my coworker.
Where is?
Oh, he's gone. He stepped away. I'm going to assume that he puts him down.
Shoes wriggles away while Chuman's finally distracted.
Uh-huh.
There we go. Chuman pops out of the darkness. Just as the light angles in, so too does Chuman as he steps out of the dark corridor.
Mm-hmm.
You see him
pops into Right.
See him unclench his hand, and then there's a soft little plop. And he looks like he's spaced out for a moment. Chuman, you're asked to unhand shoes.
And Chuman just lets go.
Okay, yeah.
Lets him drop onto the floor.
There's a little there's like a plop, and then there's like squeaky shoes noise. There's squeak, squeak, squeak,
I hope you enjoyed your ride, Hughes.
You feel the movement around, and all the butlers, at least the two that you can see, bow and gesture towards the door. Bard's Lamiel, the dragon, "This way, sirs and madam."
After you, Andy.
Naturally. Pastiche will very slowly try to open the door.
Alright. As you place your clawed hand on the door, and you go to turn the doorknob, and you push it open, I need you to roll absolutely nothing because nothing happens.
Wonderful.
The door opens. Both doors open. And inside, you see a large room. 2 big tables, illuminated all the way down by very large lamps. The room is brightly lit. There's candelabras everywhere. There are many crates and other containers filled with, overflowing with painting supplies. There are many pieces of art, vases, pottery, urns. There's a couple bookshelves, small, that are filled with books, reading material. Plenty of benches around. It looks like this is indeed a suitable place to eat. A couple pots, paintings adorn the wall. And in the center is the master of the estate, Nizev Monaco. He is sitting there with a plate of food in front of him, legs crossed. Looks like he's reading a little pamphlet, and placed on the tables are 5 placemats with stacks of food, stacks of victuals on them. As you venture in, it looks like seconds have been heaped upon firsts on these plates, on these dinner plates.
Before actually walking into the room, Pastiche will just lean in. Mr. Monaco, is that you?
Oh, yes, of course. Come out of that drafty hallway. Sets the fork down with a clang.
It's great to see you. Getting here was quite the ordeal.
Oh, I hope it wasn't too much trouble, although I did instruct them to subject you to some misfortune. Sorry if that was too much for you. I simply wanted, the whole bottomless pit in the foyer. He kind of wiggles his shoulders. Sorry about that. I just wanted to see if you were worthy of learning.
Upon hearing this, as Chuman walks in, he just looks over at the floating glasses. Try not to cause as much mischief anymore. Hughes.
You see the glasses kind of adjust. Go right on in. Nizev Monaco, Merchant Prince, stands up and his arms wide open. He clasps them together. My dulcet darlings, come on in. You must be hungry. Food has been here for quite some time. You are running a bit late.
Well, we ran into, as you know, many things on our way here. Such as bottomless pit, reflections blocking our path, rugs trying to strangle, whatever a grue is, a tiger, whatever was in the library. Am I missing anything?
Nizev smiles when you say grue.
Yes. The pet in the dark was quite the finishing touch. Chuman just says it sarcastically.
Oh, Frederick! Yes, it's about his feeding time, isn't it? I hope he didn't take a nip out of one of you. That would have been awful.
No. We are relatively unharmed.
Oh, good. Excellent. I'll send some food down using the dumbwaiter. He walks over and slides he does some contraptions. A door slides open in the wall, and he just puts a plate of food and then puts it down and goes down the chute. It's a dumbwaiter. That's how they get the food up here.
Pastiche is going to make their way to the opposite side of the table and sit across from Mr. Monaco.
Yes, please have a seat, everyone. Famished, I'm sure all of you are. I don't have any ways to heat it up. It's probably only a bit lukewarm. As you look over the spread before you, meats, cheeses, vegetables, peas and corn, broccoli, a true meal here. There's mashed potatoes with a little bit of cheese on top, with some pepper. Big ol' steak. Definitely some good stuff here. Or was an hour ago.
Sure, it's still fine. Still more than edible.
And Chuman's eating.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Yeah.
Shoes told me that we should wrap it up, but so sure I was that you would all arrive at any moment. And then the next moment, and then the next moment, he's smiling, then the next moment.
As I said, it was quite an ordeal, but I believe we did quite well, all things considered. I noticed you have an extra plate set. I'm sorry, one of my friends couldn't make it.
Oh. Well, a tragedy, surely. I guess we'll give it to Frederick. Surely he wouldn't mind a second helping. No? Yes.
Maybe a third helping. It did have my crossbow for it. A snack.
So you met the beast?
Yes, in a rather untimely manner.
Isn't he adorable? You just want to squish his face.
Chuman just kind of nods as he looks up at the ceiling. Yeah. He's delightful.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll set that aside then. I'll have one of the butlers come pick it up. Well then, thank you all for coming. First and foremost, yes.
Our pleasure, I'm sure.
Indeed. So, Andy, was it? I have invited you here to make a proposition. I have something brewing, some grandiose plan, one might say. I, of course, have a great interest in that weapon instrument that you are carrying. In exchange, I would like to make it plain and simple. I want it. In exchange, I will.
You can't really chokes on mashed potatoes.
Oh, careful. Chew your food, you're an animal.
I'm sorry, you'll
Maybe
allow...
you're an animal.
You would allow what, exactly?
I'll allow you in on my plan. surely the more the merrier, and the more people working towards a common goal is something that Khorzaire is wont to do. Why, the quicker it can be accomplished.
Well, I'm not sure I should agree to such a proposition without hearing the plan itself.
Of course. A shrewd businessman through and through. Now, I had expected nonetheless, so let me give you the footnotes. Please forgive me, you are late. I have a pressing engagement, so footnotes. The quick sum up is we all live forever. We can make money on people that want to live forever, and we can also raise the dead. We charge a lot of money for this. We get rich, and yeah, that's it. I had a third step that is just question marks. Then I had a fourth step that reads profit. I think that sums it up nicely. There's also some sort of there are some loose ends to take care of. There is some sort of like prophetic plan that is similar. Something about implanting souls into constructed husks, but that's stupid. If we all believed in prophetic plans, well, then, by golly, the whole world would have come to ruin many times over. But all the same, we don't leave things to chance.
Mr. Monaco, this is all a bit much. Are we the first ones you've offered immortality to?
I can't say no, but I prefer not to reveal the names of my clients, you see.
Your clients?
Yes.
Pardon me if this is out of line, but one of your butlers let loose some information about a forever guest of yours, and I was curious if perhaps she might be one of these clients.
Make a persuasion check. You can see his eyes narrow. And he looks to the side with the open door, with the butlers kind of all peeking in. He shoots them a glare. They close the door and you just hear scanning. I'll have to deduct their wages. Yes.
Surprised you paid them at all.
Excuse me.
That was under my breath, said only to Chuman.
They're very good at the work. Oh, yes, Andy. Yes, there is another living here that I take care of. Yes, same offer has been given to this individual. The butlers have taken to call her the Everlasting Visitor, but that's more of a title. Indeed, this offer has been extended and accepted in exchange for work. I am making you the same offer. Well, a similar offer. You wouldn't be performing the same task, of course. You would also not be performing the same task as your co-workers would also be Feather, and who you've met. There's another individual, Ran. Their little club that I agreed to fund. You'll be working alongside them. Need I go on, or I'm familiar that you're familiar with them.
I am, yes, but Pastiche nervously looks around, thinks about what they're doing. I believe I'm also familiar with your other guest. I've seen the signature on much of the art around here, and Vera, was it?
Yes, quite. He smiles at you. It's like he gives you a knowing smile.
Before I agree to anything, I'd really like to know exactly how it is she came to be in your service.
I asked her nicely.
Pastiche is going to do their best to read Nazev Monica's face.
Okay, make an insight check. Okay, he is smiling, just gives you this knowing smile, his head slightly tilted to the side, eyes like locked eyes with you, looking directly at you. This little smile, he's a little hard to read. You get the sense that as you're trying to pore over his countenance, that he has made many a business deal, and this face that he's giving you is probably something extremely practiced.
And that's all, really.
Well, of course I explained the details. She thought it was a great idea. Came along without much fuss. We had to leave her tools there. There was a bit of disrespect. I did scoff at her implements, but we got her new ones. Only the top of the line. Made an excellent batch of paint.
It's just, she left so suddenly, and it's just not like her.
Oh, were you working with her at the time? She didn't tell you. Wait, how long ago would it have been? Some time.
Yes, it was a while ago now. I was an apprentice of hers. Her only apprentice.
Well, she's here in the manor, right? Surely you can get one of your servants to fetch her. We could have her talk about this herself.
I'm afraid we mustn't.
Yes, of course. There's an extra plate set and everything. Why not have her join us?
Yes, let's ask. Why not? I'm afraid that you may not get the answer you're quite seeking for. He taps a cane that he has with it's a little black thing with a golden kind of pommel on top. He just taps it on the ground, pump, pump, and then he brings it up to his mouth. Yes, Vera, would you mind joining me for dinner? I have a couple guests. They say they would love. They're simply dying to meet you. There's a curt. There's a moment. Then there's a swift. Busy. And a familiar to Pastiche husky voice. Feminine husky, like a little bit of gravel in it. There's like the beginnings of a feral animal growl in like the background before Nazev, similar to a walkie-talkie, cuts off the sound and talks into it. All right, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Are you sure? Pastiche will call across the table.
I'm quite sure. No means no with the lady, I'm afraid. I say, have you We've been traipsing about the desert for years, trying to find her, only to come up empty-handed now. Why, I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard. How marvelous!
Pastiche starts like wrapping their claws on the table. I would appreciate it if you didn't patronize me, sir.
Forgive me. Where is my respect? I apologize, Andy. I dare say, if you stick around with me long enough, you might get a chance to meet the vibrant maestro herself. Sticking around with me entails giving me that ember blade, and ostensibly doing a task or two that I have for you and your compatriots.
Pastiche is going to slowly draw the ember blade. I'm not certain that would be the best idea.
Oh, I don't intend to use it. I intend to give it its proper credit and put it in a display case. You see, I'm an art dealer, but I feel like I could deal in so much more. Abstract art.
I'm not sure you understand. I'm not sure relinquishing this blade would be the best idea.
Go on. I'm all ears.
Well, it speaks to me from time to time. And right now it's telling me that would be a bad idea.
Is that so?
Pastiche will sort of rest the ember blade on the table, keeping a hand on the hilt.
Andy, if I may chime in, I believe I can help you with this. The blade has an attachment, per se, and it is quite difficult to pull away from a user. We've been researching that, at least.
Although I dare say, we don't need a blade to tell us it's a bad idea to give you the ember blade.
Well,
Sure, I don't think that Andy would deny outright. It's just that it's also the influence of the blade itself, I believe.
well, if there's an attachment, as you say, my good man, then I should think that I am one of the prime candidates to sever that tether, being an expert in dispelling all sorts of magic. I'm happy to remove it from you. If it talks to you, surely that must be annoying, or at worst, dangerous.
It has casualties for separating. Though it tends to differ.
Mr. Monaco, with all due respect, I'm not sure I trust you.
Really? Why not? I have been nothing but truthful. I told you on my master crazy plan that surely would send a civilian go running to the gods. I have never harmed you once. I invited you into my home for dinner. I'm sitting here enjoying a pleasant conversation with you and your compatriots. When have I never not been forthright? when have I ever given any cause for mistrust? You, if anything, I should be I should be misplacing my trust of you.
Well, you did admit to funding a group that did try to kill us multiple times.
Oh, yes, that bit is true. They tried to kill you.
On several occasions, yes.
I'll have a word with Feather. That's simply not okay. We don't resort to violence around here. Not when there's...
No, you let your various pieces of furniture do that for you.
Only when there are intruders. Trying to take my lovely masterpieces away from me. You are unharmed, yes? Proof of my good faith in you.
Pastiche's eyes are just kind of fixed on the Ember Blade. Mr. Monaco, if it's all the same to you, I need to see Vera before we move along with this proposition. I need to speak to her.
I could add that as a clause in our deal.
Pastiche, I understand you wish to see this person, but you cannot be seriously considering this.
Sure, I'll throw it in. Something little, just to sweeten it. I don't mind to be working with her after all, probably. Likely. Maybe. There's a sliding scale of how, depending on how cooperative you'll be.
Well,
If that's all it takes, he shrugs. Then sure. Who am I to keep someone from yearning for another? I'll take it to her right away.
there's a bit of a long pause. Right away.
Post haste.
Pastiche will sheathe the Ember Blade again. Well, if it's alright with everyone else, I'd like to put our dinner off a little longer.
Well, I lost my appetite anyway.
I can't believe Pastiche also gets to have them meet your mom comment scene.
Well, I am here to accompany with you, Andy, so I have no objections for now.
Makayla is silent and just staring daggers into Nazav.
He's smiling.
The sky.
He looks over. he looks at everyone. Eyes lazily drift to Makayla. He sees your countenance and he gives you a wink.
I do not react to this whatsoever.
Well, food's gone cold anyway. Shall we alight to the second floor?
After you, Mr. Monaco.
Yes, come along. I assume I don't need to tell you to stay close. I'm sure my butlers have done a fantastic job repeating that line over and over.
Two of them, at least.
The creatures and
Pastiche
other
will stay.
the creatures and other magical beings in this household know enough to obey their master, but yes, stay close to me, and you shall be saved.
Pastiche will be a single pace behind Nazev, keeping their hand on the Ember Blade the entire time.
Okay. He gets he's wearing a... Sorry, I didn't describe his outfit earlier. He's wearing a familiar pair of chinos. They're just pressed down. And since it's because they're the familiar pair of chinos, they're orange. And on top he's wearing like a suit coat with coattails. And underneath it is a button-down shirt with the top 2 buttons undone. His cravat is absent, but he's got like his hair in a small short ponytail, and beard and mustache going on. Picks up his cane and walks. Well then, I'll have shoes heat up our food, and perhaps we can have a warm meal on our return. Exciting!
Very.
Takes you down the stairs. You go around the stairs. Boop, 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 boop. You can feel there's this strange kind of dizzying effect as you go down the stairs, as it feels like the space around you somewhat morphs or molds as you progress, and but nonetheless you are returned to the second floor as I move you guys appropriately. Nazev is here, so let's get him on the board. Pastiche, a single pace behind Nazev. Takes you down the stairs. Blop, 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 blop. He chimes up. You know, walk with me, talk with me. You know, Chuman, you are known to me as well. I've been working with several individuals that seem to know you. There are a few mysteries that I still have left to unravel, and surely it would be beneficial to know the easiest path to achieve the goal. Now then...
That's so. Seems I have a few acquaintances.
Admirers, I'd call them. Now, you see, in an effort to become forthright, my only objective is to be benevolent towards you all. I'm after a certain object, and I noticed that I've been attempting to track it, you see. I noticed that it did not go through customs, and neither did it go through Champagne's black market, or Demios' black market. It's Champagne's, believe me. So the only deduction to make is, given the information that I know, way back when we met the other day, you were making a delivery with a certain Aldani merchant. I assume that since you're here now, that delivery is complete. I would like to know where that trinket is.
Chuman, as he's walking, looks up at the ceiling and scratches his chin. I do remember the merchant, but not familiar with the package per se.
Let me get a deception check.
The contents of it I was not aware of, so I'm not sure what happened with it.
11, okay. Nazev continues. Well, if you indeed do not know what the contents are, well, I should like to tell you that it is a national treasure that I am sure you are very particularly interested in. You see, it is a neckwear from your country.
From my country?
Stolen.
I see. And what the importance of this? I understand the ramifications of it being stolen.
Huh.
But the last information regarding it has not been told pretty.
Well, naturally, as a merchant prince, I intend to uphold the legality of all sanctioned trade. I aim to purchase it back, or steal it back if it comes to it. It doesn't belong to whoever holds it now anyway, but purchase it back legally, and return it to your country, of course.
I see. And I am aware of my own origins, but how would that? What would you need of me from such?
Oh, I simply need to know where it is. You're part of the delivery team.
I look at everyone else. Are you aware of this artifact? First I've ever heard of it.
Twig's voice will take on like a slightly off, like echo of Nazev's voice, and he'll say, "I prefer not to reveal the details of my clients, you see."
Make a deception check.
I have to reload. My boundary glitched.
Oh no!
Yeah, I became.
Watch this.
Yeah. Oh, watching. Okay.
So close to the 20.
Zev smiles at the group trailing behind him as he turns a corner to the left and walks towards the locked door hall. You know, that's fine. But I'll have you know that how should I put this? A single eye can change a moment, but it cannot change one's fate. He gives a glance out of his peripheral at Pastiche. And walks down the hall.
Is the painting still where we left it earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
Just on the ground.
Yeah, like leaning against the wall.
Yep.
As the Zev walks further up, I just kind of whisper in the Pastiche's ear. Are we sure about this?
Stealth check.
$15.
Okay.
Chuman, I'm not sure of anything right now, but I need to see her.
All right.
Pastiche will just continue down the hall.
Okay.
Chuman kind of lazily follows at this point.
Alright. Zev comes upon the locked door in the hallway and dense, narrow hallway, illuminated by the lanterns, the sconces behind him. He reaches out an index finger and touches the doorknob, just like a boop, and then that sound echoes around the hallway, and he moves the rest of his hand and opens the door. Immediately, there is a snarl, just this, and there is an alarmed, wait! As soon as he opens the door, there is a giant, sandy furred wolf that leaps out of the door towards Nazef, fangs bared.
Get him, Wolfie.
Who also, in a quick reflex, thrusts his palm towards the wolf's snout and just, in a strong voice, declares, "Down, boy!" And tries to dispel the wolf's existence.
Who up getting their existence dispelled?
It's only a DC 21.
Well,
The wolf,
Yeah.
wolf rolled pretty good, but as commanded from Nazev, the wolf whoosh, swirls and then winks out of existence.
Any non-existers?
It's gone. You hear, Vera, could you not? Anyway, I've guests that just simply had to see you. They simply just pestered and pestered, but I'm sure you'll be happy. You know one of them. And come along, everyone. And then Pastiche and everyone else, as you all enter the room behind Nazev, there you see, amidst a couple tables with painting supplies on them, little tubes, like squirty tubes. There's a fireplace on one end, there's a little small stool, a couple paint cans, bags of powdery substances, Pastiche that you immediately recognize as supplies to make your own paint. Slabs, tablets, chisels, all kinds of supplies to create art in this kind of double room. Sitting next to an easel with a canvas depicting a very large, ferocious-looking desert wolf with a palette of various colors in one paw and a paintbrush, a long-handled, thin paintbrush applying color to canvas, sits the vibrant maestro of vibrant paint, animated paint, Vera, in all her glory. She is a lioness, a little bit kind of like hefty, like kind of large, toned, honed muscle, tightly packed. She does a little dollop of color and then turns toward the group, and as her eyes move from Nazev and then to the group, her eyes rest on Pastiche. That's roll into my session.
In the next episode.